Everybody, Mark here with Trophy Trail Outdoors. Guys, I've done taxidermy for a long time, and one of the biggest things this time of year is, how do we kill a velvet buck? We want to put a velvet buck on the wall, and it's crazy because, it's very possible. You guys, using the right tools, not just our products, but other products, trail cameras, there's so many different ways, you can get in and on top of a nice velvet buck. So, guys, but the one thing that nobody ever thinks about is, if you do kill the velvet buck, what do you do with it? Because you can't just, the velvet will fall off fairly quick, okay? It's not something that you can just, okay, we're going to throw it in the shade and go out hunting tonight and come back later and, skin it out and get it ready for taxidermy. No, it doesn't work like that. If you want a velvet buck and you want to be able to save the velvet on him, there's numerous things you got to do. First off, the formaldehyde that they inject into the antlers is something that needs to be done, fairly quick, and it cannot get what's called slippage. Deer can have their hooves can slip off, different things. Once the velvet starts to slip off, it's really, really hard to get back on. And if you are not in the taxidermy industry, your time is very limited. So getting it to a taxidermist right away, I would recommend that if you kill a velvet buck, just take the whole deer, load it in your truck, make sure that the antlers aren't sitting on something that will scuff the velvet off or tear the velvet off the rack. Make sure you put a pillow or something under it. I'm serious about this. This is, if you want the velvet to look good on a buck, you have to make sure that you are doing the right steps. A lot of people, they got oil in the back of their truck. They got concrete in the back of their truck. There's a bunch of tools back there. So, they just pick it up, throw it in there and be done. You're fighting time, but in the same sense, it's not that crucial. If the heat is not, if it's not that hot, or if it is that hot, that you have less time. But the biggest thing is to make sure that, if you do kill that buck, you get in the back of the truck, make sure that the velvet and the antlers aren't touching anything, and you're doing everything you can to, keep the scuffs and the tears down, and also get it to a taxidermist as fast as possible so they can skin it out. If you can't, and you're going to do it yourself, then I would say the biggest thing is to get it hung up, get the cape and the head off, and get it into a freezer as fast as possible. Okay, freezer is definitely going to help you out tremendously. Now, whenever I say get it into a freezer, I don't mean leave it in the freezer for 2 years, okay? Because whenever you're taking in and out of the food out of your freezer and all the different things, or if you're putting the buck into the freezer, make sure that there is enough room for your deer head, okay? You do not want to be stacking all this stuff around it. You're gonna tear the velvet. So guys, if you're trying to kill a velvet buck, or if you have one that's on your hit list, make sure that right now you're doing a little bit of research on where you're going to take it, what you're going to do with it after you kill it. That's the biggest thing, guys. So make sure that you're not fighting, time whenever it's down. You know exactly what you're going to do, and that will make for the best mount. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys, and we'll be making a couple more videos about this kind of stuff. And if you guys got any videos you want us to make, just comment below, and we appreciate you guys getting on. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. Like it. Hit that bell. Thanks, guys.